Hey guys, take two. This is Kim Adsit at KinderGals, and I'm at day 3 of Las Vegas. And as you can tell, I'm having a great time because I'm losing my voice. But I've collected up a great group of presenters here today. These are some of my favorites, and they've got great ideas to share with you. So we're gonna each just share a few ideas with you. And so I'm gonna go first. So this is a really easy game. The first thing you need is a game board. Now what's really cool is this was really a placemat. But you could do the same thing with just stickers or just make a grid and put clip art. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll the dice, okay? Whatever number it lands on, the first player, now we're gonna fix this because I don't have so many Unifix cubes. Let's say the first person landed on 3. Okay, so that person is gonna use the brown Unifix cubes. They can cover any 3 places on the game board that they want. The second child rolls the dice, it landed on a 1. So they're gonna take the green Unifix cube and put it anywhere on the game board. So they keep taking turns. Brown rolls, green rolls, brown rolls, green rolls. Once the board is all the way full, but let me tell you this, first of all, the dice here, that's determining your standard. So if you give them a dot dice, they're working on subitizing. If you give them a numeral dice, they're working on numeral recognition. If you give them 2 dice, they roll them and add them together, then they're working on addition. That's why I love this game. You can teach tons of different math concepts with this one game. But once every space on the board has a cube, then the first child takes their cubes, the next child takes their cubes. Now there's more brown, so more brown, less green. You put it on the game board. Then we want to see who wins, because we don't want children thinking less is the winner. We all know that more is the winner. We all know that more is not the winner. How many of you want more children in your room? I don't think there's anybody, right? So whoever had less spins the spinner. Y'all, I'm not supposed to laugh. Whoever had less spins the spinner. It lands on less, so the person who had less wins that game, okay? Now, one more quick game to teach children about comparing is this one right here. I made this train track, and then I have this game board, okay? So now we're gonna work on comparing numerals, all right? So 2 children are playing. I'm the purple and you're the blue. So I'm gonna put my train right down here. So we're trying to go down the train track. So you roll a dice, I roll a dice. I'm 5, you're 8. So you're greater, I'm less. Then we spin the spinner, okay? Whoops, well if the spinner worked right, we'd spin it. Okay, it landed on less. So whoever had the number 5 gets to move their train 1 space down the game board. The object of the game is to see who can get all the way down to the stop sign first. Now, if your kids are having trouble with this, just give out manipulatives. So whoever had 8 could count 8 Unifix cubes, whoever had 5 could count out 5 Unifix cubes, and then they could compare the cubes to see who could move down the game board. Okay? Thank you very much. We're now gonna move to Katie Mense.
Hi guys, Katie Mense from Little Warriors, and I just have some super simple things that you can make for your classroom really easily from stuff that you can find at yard sales or the dollar store. Okay, so I've got this is not a new idea, but I got a huge response from people about these little dice domes that are homemade today. Okay, so you can just match your dice dome with your theme. Okay, you can find these little Easter eggs at Easter time at Dollar Tree or Walmart, and they have all different kinds that can match your themes. So we've got an Easter bunny or an Easter egg. You have a little chickie. There's carrots for springtime or your garden unit, and then there's a frog for your frog unit. Okay, and you can play all kinds of different dice games with these. You can put 2 dice inside and add those together. You can do number dice, dot dice. You can play all different kinds of games with those. Okay, so there's that one, super easy to make. And then I also wanted to share this, these are Mega Bloks. You can find these at yard sales all the time. Don't spend full price on these. Or if you know a toddler that's not so much a toddler anymore and doesn't need them, then they'll gladly give them to teachers. But you can just print out these little letters. Just find a font that you like, print them out on a full sheet of clear Avery label, and then you can cut those apart and they stick real nice to the Mega Bloks. So I have just a picture on this one, and then they would use the little pieces to build their CVC word, okay? And then you can also do it for number bonds for math. Have a 10 frame here, and then they just have to find a way to make 10 and build that on their mega blocks, okay? So that's all I have for you today. Super simple things you can make for your centers, okay?
Hey everybody, Kim Hughes from Conscious Connections out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Today I did a session on self-regulation, and so I have a couple different activities that can help you as teachers when you have young children who have not mastered the art of impulse control. One of the things that we know is that children have to stop and go more to be able to internalize and become those folks that can control their impulses. What we know is self-regulation is stopping and starting on a signal. So one of the things that we want to do are easy games where you do stop and go games and activities. Something where when you hear the music, I move, and when the music stops, I stop. There's a lot of commercial products on the market too. The Learning Station has a great one called Move and Freeze. Steve and Greg have an activity called the Freeze. So that's one of the things you want to do. The other thing is sometimes when the world does not go their way, our kids lose it, and so do we. So we want to make sure that we work with kids so they master the art of self-regulation and they learn the skill of composure. And that means that they have to slow down, they have to take a deep breath so that they can become composed and be able to think in a proactive, social way so they can move forward. So a couple tools I have with that would be, this is a way to get kids to inhale and exhale. So this is smell the flower, blow the pinwheel. We want to always encourage our kids to take 3 inhales and exhales. 3 cycles are going to take us to a higher part of the brain. Another great tool for this is I want to make sure the kids learn that I want the inhale to be slower and the exhale to be longer. So I might use a tool like this Hoberman mini sphere, and as I pull it out, the children will inhale through their nose for a count of about 8. And then slowly exhale through their mouth to a count of about 12. Once again, if time allowed, we would do that for a cycle of 3. Last but not least, we want to take what we know and put it into action. So you want to use some really high quality pieces of children literature that allow the children to learn that they're not the only person who loses it sometimes. In this story, Sometimes I'm Bombaloo by Rachel Vale, we find a main character by the name of Katie Honors. Katie is a really good kid most of the time, but just like all of us, there's moments when the world does not go her way. And so in those moments, Katie goes from being Katie Honors, who's handling life when it doesn't go her way, to going from Katie to Bombaloo, and her face looks like this, and her fists look like this. And as the story progresses, what we find is that when Katie has some time and space and can take some deep breaths, she can calm herself down. But she also realizes when you lose it and become Bombaloo, that can be really scary. The second or the third time you read the same book, you have the children use the process of dialogic reading and whatnot to be able to use prompts so that they can recall and complete different kinds of sentences. We also want them to be able to coach Katie Honors so she can learn to use strategies where she takes a deep breath so she can respond rather than react. That's it for me. Now we have Shari.
Hi guys, Shari Sloane from Kids Count 1, 2, 3, 4. I did a session today on called So Many Books, So Little Time, and so I'm going to share some of my favorite books that I shared today in my session. One of my favorites is Duck Rabbit, and it's a very simple book. It just shows that it's like, hey, it's a duck. No, it's a rabbit, and it depends on how you're looking at the picture, if it's a duck or if it's a rabbit, and the arguing goes back and forth. Look, you can eat a carrot and doing all those different things. But I have a fun little art project that we do with it, that we have, hey, look, it's a duck. No, it's a rabbit. No, it's a duck. No, it's a rabbit. And we love to do this with the kids at April Fool's Day, that they love to fool their parents. And so that leads me into my favorite April Fool's joke that we do with the kids, is that we make this little plate ahead of time and we put some brown E's on top of it, and the kids go walking around the school and going up to different teachers and paras and different people in the school, and they say, would you like some brownies? And then they say, sure I would. And then they go, get it? Brownies. Half of them don't get why they're saying it, and that it was a joke anyways, but it's lots of fun, and all the teachers in our school love that April Fool joke. And then a couple other favorite books that I shared today. Mix It Up is a great color mixing book. It has lots of paint blobs in it, and what I love about the book, it's kind of interactive. That you have like the yellow blob here and the red blob here, and it says, well, what would happen if you smush them together? So then you smushed it together really, really hard, and it looks like if it was fresh paint, that's what happened with that. And my favorite book, the little fun friendship book that we shared, was Ribbit. And this is about a cute little, the frogs wake up and there's a cute little pig sitting in the middle of the frog pond going, Ribbit. And they're all arguing about it, like, why is this pig here? Why is this frog? Why is this pig here saying Ribbit? And they go to the wise old beetle, who, when they come back, the poor pig is gone, and their wise old beetle says, well, maybe he just wanted to be your friend. And then the last page is really cute. It shows the pig is now in the tree with the birdies all saying tweet. He just wanted to be their friend. So that's all for me, and now we're on to Laurie.
Hey, I'm Laurie Elliott from drlaurieelliott.com. I'm also known as the Accidental Techie, so I want to share 3 things that were a hit today in our sessions. The first one is a cool iPad app called Sand Draw. Really stupid app, but we love it, and I tell you why. Because what it really is honestly, it's sand, and the kids can drag their finger and write on the sand. Immediately when I showed it today, bells went off. We can do spelling words, we can do letter writing, we can do all kinds of things. But watch what happens when you hit the wave. So not only do you write on it, but if you hit the wave, it washes it away. And so we were talking about math facts, we were talking about every kind of things. It was a hit.
I know y'all are glad y'all stayed tuned for that idea.
It's awesome. We love that one. This is the paid version, and the paid version of it also provides a sea option where the whole ocean is there and color options. But you can use the free version as well that just has you write, and then you can do the wave and it'll wash it away. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so then the next one I want to show is my absolute favorite right now for kids to write and tell, and it's called Draw and Tell. If you love Chatterpix Kids, this is the same company, and this is the one that's gaining a lot of popularity. It's so easy because they simply use the blank paper, but notice this, we have lined paper, and you can customize. Okay, seriously, take a screenshot of reading, drop it in here, and annotate on top of it. It's fantastic. Circle highlighted, you know, high frequency words, circle letters, all kinds of things. So you select a background, and then the toolbox, are you ready? Ready? It gets so exciting. Look! You can do everything. You can put in icons so they can put in different things in their picture. You can draw, you can write, you can do all of these things. But please note, here is a recording feature. They draw and tell. So whether they're drawing letters and writing, or whether they're putting icons and stencils, then they tell about it and it saves it and actually becomes a multimedia presentation if you want. You can do one page, or you can group them into a final product where it slides like a video. Everybody loves it, and there's so many options for kids to be creative. And as we said, they can drop in things like text, screenshots of text, and then use the tools to operate on top of that and write on top of it. Okay? Okay, now we're going to leave here and we're going to go anywhere across the world you want to go. The hot ticket right now in education is Google Cardboard. With Google Cardboard, you can take your kids to Europe. You can take them to the zoo. You can take them to museums using Google Cardboard. So these literally are little cardboard, or they are plastic type of viewers that you can use. Now here's the kicker. You have to have a smartphone to put it in. So what's going to happen on this phone is I'm either going to load the Google Cardboard app and other apps like it, which are virtual reality, Or I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to look for the following: 360 videos. If you will search on YouTube for 360 videos, you can swim with the sharks, you can go on roller coasters, you can do all kinds of things. Well, with my handy dandy Google Cardboard, I ordered from Amazon for about $5 to $7. I slide that into here, and then the kids can watch and literally look and swim with the sharks, or go to Vegas, or go wherever you want them to go. Now, I know you're excited about this. So Amazon has these price point everywhere from about $5 up. Remember though, don't go buy 50 of them, because you got to have a phone that goes in them. So a handful of them would be great, and you just put a phone that has Wi-Fi, so you can get either to the app or you can get to the video. But let me tell you something so exciting. ViewMaster is in on the game. ViewMaster now has their own plastic virtual reality Google Cardboard. Now, they were $20. Right now, as I checked yesterday, they're down to $12. So $12 for the ViewMaster. Say it works the same way. You simply open that, put in your smartphone, close it, and it works like this, and kids can go anywhere in the world. You know what? The kids that I work with, a lot of times they don't have much background knowledge. Now I can take them where they've never been able to go before. So thanks so much, and I hope that something we shared was helpful today. Thanks so much.
All right, guys, so that wraps up day 3. If you liked our video live, please go down and hit the share button. That way all your friends and more teachers can see our video. Also, day 1 and day 2 videos are saved on my Facebook page, so you can go and catch those on the repeat, all right? We want to thank you very much, but before I let you go, I want to turn the camera around for a minute, because I want to show you this guy right here. This is my friend Chris. Y'all say hey to Chris. Because here's the deal. If Chris had not been so willing, this would have never happened. Because he came down here every single day and met with the teachers and did this for all of us Tech Challenge, except for Laurie, Tech Challenge teachers. So I just met him. Be sure you go find him at Famous in First. He is an awesome, awesome, awesome dude. Everything you want to say?
Thanks for watching.
All right.